And for more on the situation in Hong Kong, CCTV's Wang spoke with Steve Orlins, president of the National Committee on U.S.-China Relations. He lived in Hong Kong for 8 years before it returned to China. He believes the nomination process for the chief executive is beneficial.
I lived in Hong Kong under British rule, and I lived in Hong Kong after the reversion of Hong Kong to China. I think there is little question that Hong Kong today has more democracy in a technical sense than it had under the British. Under the British, we would sit there and we would be living in Hong Kong, and there would be an announcement that the new governor had been appointed. He was appointed by the Prime Minister of the UK. We had absolutely no say in it, and it was totally dictated by domestic politics in the UK. Today, we have a 1,200-person committee elected by various functional constituencies in Hong Kong: lawyers, architects, accountants, business people, unions, others, who elect the members of this committee, and this committee then chooses the chief executive. What is going to happen under the proposal from the National People's Congress is that this committee will then nominate people who will then be elected by the 5 million voters in Hong Kong. That is much more democracy than what the British ever gave the people in Hong Kong. In terms of standard of living, the standard of living has gone up in Hong Kong quite a bit, but what is occurring in Hong Kong, and to some degree is reflected in the protests, is increasing economic inequality, that there's a greater gap between the very, very wealthy and the poor, and that is frustrating. It's harder to get ahead.